afternoon, Pokésports. Welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 12 video, bringing you a Perrserker team. Now, Perrserker has the ability called Steely Spirit. So, similar to Charger Bug, what it does is amplify our allies, right? So, we have a team with 3 Steel types on it, or 4 Steel types on it. Now, I mean, I guess, since we consider Perrserker a Steel type, which is interesting because on paper, it sounds like it shouldn't do well because obviously we have a major ground weakness, but we do have Pokemon to counteract that ground weakness, like the Ogre. Ogre doesn't care about ground types, we'll just eat them alive. Of course, we see a Gastrodon, we run, but hey, we have the thing that kills Gastrodon. We have the Kartana on the team. So we have the answer to that one Pokemon that really threatens our team a lot. But I think that Perrserker alongside like Zacian is going to do some incredibly stupid damage. We also don't get to see Heatran too often nowadays, so it's going to be nice to get to use Heatran again today. Maybe. You never know. Maybe with the damage amplification from Steely Spear, we can actually get to use Heatran in a nice competitive setting. Now, what's interesting with Perrserker is that Perrserker is actually not that awful. A Pokemon does have access to cool moves like Fake Out, like Lash Out, etc., like Iron Head. So I think the strategy here is to bring Perrserker with a Steel type and hopefully win. This team is from Lewis809 on our Discord. If you guys want to send us rental codes, join the Discord. Links in the description. Go into the rental codes chat. Leave a photo of the rental code along with like a little brief description just to kind of explain what the team's all about. And hey, might bring it here on the channel. So if you guys are excited to finally see Perrserker here in Series 12, we haven't played Perrserker in probably forever. I can't even remember the last time we even looked at this Pokemon, so it's going to be exciting. I hope you guys are excited. Anyway, with that said, let's get on to today's battles. Rotom and Garchomp. I don't know why I'm getting like some serious like VGC 14 vibes. Also with the Calyrex and the Ogre. Interesting. I mean, they do have a ground type, which is a little concerning, but thankfully that ground type is only a Garchomp, and I feel like Zacian can kind of defeat Garchomp somewhat easily. I don't want to say super easily, but you know, somewhat. It's doable. It's possible. It definitely looks like speed is gonna be in their favor, so maybe a Porygon 2 lead might be the way. Just try to set up a Trick Room as soon as possible. Now, of course, this could be like a Trick Room Calyrex or any garbage like that, so we have to keep our eyes out there. Let's just go super passive. Let's go Perrserker. Let's go Porygon. Let's bring in the Zacian in the back and honestly bring in the Ogre. Do we need Kartana? Wait, Kartana would help a lot. Maybe we don't need Ogre. Hold on. Kartana's like super good here. Yeah, we do Kartana because Kartana has a flying move for the Volcarona. It has a bunch of grass moves for their Rotom and their Kyogre. I think Kartana is going to be our max here for sure. Kartana next to Perrserker. Let's see what it can do, right? But this is definitely not your everyday team, but it does use very strong Pokemon. In comes the Grimmsnarl and the Rotom lead. Hey, it's interesting. That's for sure. We trace Levitate, so that fits. I can confirm that the duck's feet do not touch the ground. So, hey, it tracks. Let's go for the Trick Room. Let's go for the Fake Out into the Grimmy because Grims can carry Fake Out. I think Perrserker might be a little bit faster. Oh, if they did Fake Out, we are faster. They did go next, followed by Will-O-Wisp. Honestly, that's not what Perrserker is here for, so I'm not even mad. That's kind of just okay. It's not the greatest news, it's not the worst news. I could also Eerie Impulse the heck out of this Rotom, so it's not like I even care too much. As long as they don't burn my Zacian, then I don't care at all, actually. So let's go. Let's do this. Let's go for the Eerie Impulse, weaken the Rotom, and start going for the Grimmsnarl here. As they T-Wave my side of the field. Okay. I mean, it's annoying. It's probably gonna get annoying even later, you know. But as long as they don't set up screens, I think we're in a pretty decent spot. Too much an Iron Head still does burnt. That's still damage, man. I am still not complaining about that at all. Oh, the Rotom is setting the screens. Well, that's different. It's definitely different. Interesting. I'm going to just go for another Iron Head into Grim. The Rotom is the one with the screens and the will. They're going for complete defensive lead here. Okay, Rotom has the reflect. Grim has the light screen. What is happening here? We're gonna do a little bit of chip damage to Rotom. That Rotom is definitely like the minnest of min attacks I've ever seen. Okay. Also, they have the reflecting light screen up. Let's see. Now they start going for the Hydro Pumps. These Hydro Pumps should not do literally any damage, but they are gonna proc my eject button here. Here's the issue. The Rotom is now faster than me in Trick Room. I'm gonna go into Zacian, but I also don't want to get Willowed. So I might have to undo the Trick Room that I worked so hard to get set up. It's a very interesting conundrum we're in right now. But that might be the only way, unless they have the Calyrex in the back. No, they just have Garchomp. So even more reason to undo the Trick Room, I think. So we do just that. We undo Trick Room, we click Protect, and we move on to the next turn. I at least want to get some damage off on this Garchomp, if not KO it. But at the same time, this Rotom is staring at me in the face. It's like, I want to burn you. Don't want that. I would have honestly preferred if Grimmsnarl like T-waved my whole team. I say that until I para every single turn, and I just immediately regret my decision after that. Yep, there's the second Willow. Followed by the Garchomp, probably just going for an EQ, but everything has Levitate on the field, so that works. Fair, that works. Okay. We undo the Trick Room. Now what? Right, now we're still back in the same position that we were once in. Do we focus the Rotom? Do we go for the Chomp? The Chomp threatens the Zacian, but the Rotom also threatens the Zacian. A Zacian burnt isn't like the end of the world. And I think I could also take an EQ. So part of me is inclined to just do Play Rough into Rotom. Just to see if I can get a nice opportunity to knock out the Rotom. Okay. Ooh, that is not even close to enough damage. Followed by the EQ now. They could always miss the Willow. Aaron Zhang did it like 7 times, so. Hopefully my opponent can do it once. We do live, but if we get burnt, we die. They're Life Orb. Okay, that's good to know. Dang it. Okay. I mean, fine, I guess. We go in with our Kartana now and Dynamax. We do still have a turn to do some damage here, which is nice. I think I'm gonna attempt to play rough into Garchomp. They might just double protect in order to stall my burn turn, but what can I do? I have to at least attack the Garchomp here. It's not gonna knock out the Garchomp. I don't expect it to. But I at least want to bring it down low enough to where if I want to go in with my... Oh, they're thinking about their turn. I want to bring that low enough to where if I can bring in my Kartana, I can sweep. The only issue I can see is if they do have the Calyrex in the back, then I'm in trouble. I do still get the Play Rough off. That's really good damage onto the Garchomp. All things considered. I'm going to go down to Rough Skin. Followed by the EQ again. Okay, nothing happens again. Fine, I guess. Do they not have Protect? I feel like that would have been the time to click Protect. Now this T-Ball should do no damage. And we get another Foul Play off into this Rotom spot. That is now 1. Okay. Oh, I still do have the Perrserker, but it's burned. I think I go Kartana here, though. I think I go Kartana here, and I think I start setting up. Yeah, because no matter what, that Rotom goes down and nothing wants to switch into max Airstream here. I think this Kartana is set up to sweep as long as we can get faster than that Calyrex. And I think we will after just 1 Airstream. So the way that the field is set up right now, we're in a very good position. Now, this Rotom has Reflect, has Hydro Pump, has Thunderbolt, has Willow. It doesn't have Ally Switch, which is good news. So no matter what, this Rotom's going down unless it switches, and it didn't switch. Because we're Dynamaxing already. So we got a big origami Kartana. Kartana's such a good Pokemon, man. Like, I do actually like using it. All right, we got to Rotom down low enough, which is what we needed, at least for this specific situation. Now, let's see what the Garchomp does. Probably just going to go for an EQ, but I think we take that well because I think, like, Kartana has incredibly high physical defense. We should be fine. We now have +1 attack and +1 speed, baby. There's the EQ. Cool. We take that very well. They lose some Life Orb health. We get parried, so we don't get the foul play off there, which kind of sucks, but hey, it is what it is. Now let's see what their last is. Ogre. Perfect. Absolute justice. There is nothing Ogre can do to me right now. I am gonna go for the biggest damage in all of the land, you know? We're not gonna trick him, that'd be silly. Foul play. They could be Scarfed Ogre, but we're also +1, so we should be outspeeding. Overgrow all the way, no questions asked. Double rainbow into the Ogre. They're gonna Dynamax. No way that you're gonna Dynamax Ogre in front of Kartana. Are you really gonna do this, Tom? I don't see a way this ends well for you. Unless I'm like a special Kartana. This is just death, right? I'm pretty sure this is just death. This is the most death I've ever seen. And boom goes the Dynamite. Goodbye, Ogre. I'll take that. I'm not gonna say it's a victory, but there's not much my opponent can do. They just gave me a Dynamax for free. And now I'm on +2 attack Kartana at +1 speed. There's not an earthquake in the world that could stop me. Kartana's was really the win condition here, and we were so close to not bringing Kartana too. They swapped to Outrage. Yikes! That does do a lot of damage into the P2 spot, but they will eventually die. Okay, P2. My poor P2 just doesn't get the chance. My poor little Porygon 2. Porygon 2 is still mad at me for when I froze it, so here it is getting parried every single turn. It's fine. I think this game has pretty much has all she wrote written all over it. Let's swap into the Perrserker so that Perrserker... Oh. I messed up. I messed up. I messed up. I meant to swap in the Perrserker on the P2 spot. Did I just lose? I don't think I lost yet. I think I just accidentally BM'd my opponent. Didn't mean to. We just have to break through a para here, and we should be fine. Okay, good. We still won. Whew. That was almost horrible. I meant to swap in Perrserker just so Perrserker can be part of the end screen. So it can be part of the battle. It's the Perrserker video, for crying out loud. But I accidentally swapped out my +2 attack, +1 speed Dynamax Kartana. Anyway, what a battle. On to the next. Oh boy. Now this isn't what Steel types want to see. A Reshiram is definitely not on the top of the list of what Steel types want to see, but that's what the Heatran is for, to take the fire hits. And you know what Reshiram doesn't want to see? It's an Ogre. Right? So we do have options here. It's not like it's the end of the world. Theoretically, what do I want to do? Into Reshiram. Yeah, it's going to be a rough one. I think we have to go Ogre right away. Specifically because they do want to set Trick Room, most likely. Let me check my Heatran moveset before I make any quick decisions. This is just a Heat Wave Heatran, okay. I mean, it's not necessarily awful. We do also have Fake Out on Perrserker with Eject button, so we could always just switch into a Pokemon that wants to take a fire move a little bit better. So let's go ahead. Let's go with Perrserker. Let's go with Ogre. Let's bring the Heatran because I feel like that's a must in this scenario. And then we go back to the old tried and truthful Zacian in the back. I have to hope that we can maybe stop Trick Room here. There's really no guarantee of us stopping Trick Room, simply because they also have Fake Out themselves. And they have a whole Reshiram Dynamax to completely tear my team apart. So let's see how this does. I was excited to try this out. Not gonna lie, I was like, to be honest, there's not that many fire types in the meta. There's not that many ground types in the meta. I'll be fine with these many steel types. First game we encounter Reshiram. And I don't think, like, that's the one Pokemon that we can't even one-shot with an Ogre. So it's gonna be a little bit hard. But hey, let's play through it. Let's play a Lecky. So clearly predicting the Ogre lead. Interesting. Now we do have Fake Out. Are they gonna commit to Are they gonna commit to an Lecky Dynamax here? I guess that's always possible, right? I'm gonna Fake Out the Calyrex for now, and I think we have to Dynamax Ogre. Because if they're gonna commit to a Dynamax, we kind of have to do the same, unfortunately. And don't get me wrong, I don't want a Dynamax Ogre, but I think I also don't have a choice. Regardless, I'm going to go ahead and go right into this Calyrex Ice. Clearly, I don't think they want to set Trick Room, but regardless, I'm going to try to stop them anyway. They're not Dynamaxing the Regieleki, which is amazing news for us. But it also means they could be Dynamaxing the Calyrex Ice, which is the one that we Fake Outed, so... Let's hope they don't Dynamax anything. Let's hope this is just a, hey, let's Volt Switch out and do some damage. Okay, no Dynamax on their side of the field. We are going to get the Fake Out on the Calyrex. They do just go for the Volt Switch out. That does half of my health bar. Holy garbage. Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. I did not expect that much damage. Did not expect that much damage, but it does look like we're going to be stopping the Trick Room, but at what cost? Our Dynamax and half our health bar, I guess. That's the cost that we're having here. That's one restricted out of the way. Hey, I guess I can't complain. But yikes. What am I going to do about that Regieleki? I'm going to have to Lash Out and hope it's enough. Here it comes. It's back. It's on the field. Like I said, we got rid of their Dynamax, but at what cost? I'm gonna attempt the Lash Out here, and I gotta guard. Yeah, I gotta guard. I have to try to put myself in a more favorable position. This is definitely not the place to be right now. That's a very strong Lecky, man. Like, that could honestly be modest, and I wouldn't be surprised. They are gonna Dynamax their Premier Ball. That has to be a Reshiram, right? Premier Ball, that's absolutely Reshiram. Yeah, here it comes. Okay. I'm kind of nervous because, like, they have the answer to my Ogre right in front of me, so I have to preserve this Ogre for as long as I possibly can, but something tells me they're not going to let me do that. Something tells me they're going to try to one-shot me as soon as possible. Let's hope that this Lash Out actually does damage. 2-hit KO. Followed by a Flare. I should take this in the rain. Well then. I guess I don't take that in the rain. That was a lot of damage. I am so sorry, Perrserker. Alrighty then. Yeah, we just lose Ogre here. There's just no other way. We just lose Ogre? Or do we sack the Zacian? Ugh, it's not something that I want to do, but it's something that I might have to do. So let's just keep it simple. Go for the Earth Power on Regieleki. Actually, let's take a look at what they have in the backs. They could just Volt Switch again. Okay, there's nothing that wants to take an Earth Power, so I think Earth Power is still fine. Either I double guard or sack off my Zacian to the Lecky. I think I have to sack off my Zacian. Oh, this is not good. This team has literally everything that can counter my team. But hey, this team is very meta. It's one of the few teams that you will see in multiple competitions right now because it did so well in the last competition. They do go for the Rising Voltage now. Into my Zacian. I do miraculously live. They go for the Max Quake. We do have a Shucka. But I mean, I have zero faith that we live this now. Let's try. Shuckaberry save us. Shuckaberry save us. Does it? Oh, it does. Ooh. Hardly, but we're here. We're living. Shuckaberry actually saved us. Interesting. Now, you're gone. Aleki is now dead, finally. Now we can go back in our Ogre and start being annoying. The issue is they have plus special defense now. And we have two low health steel types on the field. Let's see what their last is. Oh, great. It's the fun one. I'm gonna protect Zacian for obvious reasons. Because I feel like Zacian is the next target. Specifically to... I don't have to hit the Incineroar. I'm going for the Reshiram. Should I double? Honestly. Because they fake one of us out. They can't fake both of us out. But then it's just my Ogre in the back left. Which isn't like the best feeling in the world. I don't think they knock both of us out here. I think they just go for one of us. I just don't know which one they go for. So I think, yeah, double attacking is fine. Let's double attack here. Oh, see? See? That's why we don't protect. We are still gonna die, though. But at least we get one big Behemoth Blade off. So all we gotta do is crit. Crit the Origin Pulse, and maybe we have a chance. That's some damage, man. We can't complain at this point. Max Quake now. Into my poor little dog. It's still unfortunate. Yeah, we have to crit. There's no way that we win unless we crit. Because they're AV and +2 special defense. Ogre has to make miracles happen here, folks. All right, Ogre. You were born for this moment. Their Dynamax is now over. You're a whale. Whales beat dragons all the time. This is also assuming that we connect with our moves. But hey, if I could freeze a Porygon, I could crit a Reshiram. Let's do it. Let's go, Ogre. I have faith in you. You are the best darn Ogre on the face of this planet. Mystic Water boosted. You got this. Now, in before, I don't even outspeed. But I should outspeed. They're like a Trick Room Reshiram garbage. Come on, Ogre. Come on, Ogre. Double connect, double crit, baby. Let's go. That health bar does not go down low enough for Reshiram. Maybe we could live a hit, though. Mr. Draco. They go for Earth Power. We might live one. We're still in here. This is going to be a single targeted now. We got nothing to lose except for miss. Let's go for it. Connecting. No. Miss. No. We tried. We tried, but at the end of the day, the +2 special defense Reshiram was too much for our mono steel team practically. I'm surprised that was as close as it was, though. Like, real talk, I think we did pretty good, all things considered. What a spooky looking team. And a comfy. So they got like a whole demon bat, underworld lord, mean wrestler kitty, and a comfy. Interesting. Now, of course, there's going to be like a weakness policy proc somewhere on that side of the field. I'm not ignorant to that fact. Double fire types is a little bit spooky for my mono steel team for the most part. And the Rillaboom is spooky for the Ogre. I think the safest play here is, since there is going to be probably a comfy lead, we bring something along the lines of maybe a Perrserker, maybe a Trick Room Setter. I think Perrserker, personally. We just do Perrserkerization right away. Like, hey, fine. You're going to do comfy things. We're going to try to blow up your Dynamax Mon. So let's just try that right away. Of course, they do have Instant. I think we have to bring Ogre, but since they have Rillaboom, we also have to bring either Kartana or Heatran here. I'm leaning Kartana, and Kartana is probably going to be the Dynamax option this game. I mean, I think I'm gonna probably use the Ogre not as a Dynamax mon, but as a set up the rain so the fire doesn't hurt too bad mon. Going against Morgan Jr. All right, Morgan, what you got? Let's see what they lead with. I'm pretty convinced that it's either gonna be Yveltal weakness policy or it's gonna be a Giratina weakness policy. It's gonna be the Yveltal. There it is. Yveltal starting off right away. But we got a Steely Spirit boosted Steely Spirit boost, so I don't know if this Oko's Dynamax Yveltal, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give it a shot. And I think on this side of the field, I'll just go for the comfy hit. The Steely Spirit will activate on its own. So it's not like super necessary that we double into this Yveltal. Ally switch. Okay, so we're just gonna take their comfy? I don't think you live this. I think this is still utter destruction, thanks to Steely's Spirit. I mean, that kind of sucks because it means like what? They're gonna go for a heat wave? I've never seen a health bar go down so fast in my life. Okay, well there goes comfy. They're probably gonna heat wave. Yep. No one dodges, unfortunately. But no one dies either, which is huge news because it wasn't a Dynamax heat wave. They do pop the eject button on Perrserker. That's fine. Because now we get kind of the option to go into something else. I'm thinking Kartana because Kartana can outspeed. And I could double into the Yveltal if I have to. And I think I will have to. And I will do. Or just run, or just like pop back into Perrserker right away. Kind of use that as like low-key bait, you know? I don't know what Giratina wants to do, but for some reason I'm not that afraid of it. I'm going to jump back into Perrserker. And then just take the Behemoth here on Yveltal. Or do they protect Yveltal, then go for Dynamax spookiness with Giratina? This is the play. I'm gonna go for the Yveltal anyway. I'm not gonna try to overthink things. I'm just gonna go for the somewhat obvious plays and hope my opponent thinks that I'm gonna try to overthink things. I'll just throw. Okay, they're gonna Dynamax something. Ultra Ball. Who's it gonna be? It's gonna be the Giratina, which means the Yveltal's probably protecting. I can't imagine their Giratina is gonna sit here and not attack me. It's definitely gonna want to attack me. Oh no, it doesn't protect. Okay, so I take your Yveltal with me too. Bring you to the grave. Goodbye. Thank you. So much damage, man. It's so much damage. They go for the Quake. Fine. You got me. You got my poor little dog. Are they special? For them to have Quake, they kind of have to be special, right? Now, we still don't have Dynamax. So depending on what their last is, it's probably a Rillaboom if I had to guess. I mean, since I'm guessing that, I might as well go in with Kartana. Try to get some Airstreams going on the Giratina. Or even the Rillaboom, if that's going to be their Pokemon of choice. Cinderace. Well, I fake that out every day of the week. I don't want to have to deal with that, at least not this turn. I think I'm going to target it down like super hard here. I have to Airstream it just to make sure that I outspeed the next turn. And I have to hope that this Giratina for some reason is physical. I don't think it is, but I got to hope. Got to have a prayer. Good news is the Kartana can give me a lot of speed control, specifically for when my Ogre comes out on the field, because I don't expect my Perrserker to live that many turns. I'm at 15 HP for crying out loud. But hey, the fake out's going to come in handy here. Haha, Perrserker, the better Incineroar. That's a lie. Bigger lies have never come out of my mouth, my very truthful mouth. All right, Kartana. Let's see. Let's see some damage here onto Cinderace. Cinderace should not appreciate this, especially since Cinderace has to be Dynamax to be good. They go for the Protect. That's fine. Because we're going to be outspeeding next turn. And as long as this Giratina doesn't have a fire move, we should be okay. Here's the Airstream. Some pretty decent damage onto the Cinderace. If I had a Sash, we now broke it. Get some speed going on our side of the field. Lose some health to Life Orb. And they have Wormwind. Okay, so that's just going to lower our attack. And they do just knock out Perrserker. This is fine. This is fine because now we get the Origin Pulse in here. And that's what's the real damage. That's going to be the real damage for the rest of the game. The Perrserker was, no offense to Perrserker. Perrserker was kind of a bait. I'm actually surprised they bothered with Perrserker that much. It was 15 HP. It wasn't doing much. It only has Fake Out. That's it. It has Fake Out and Iron Head. That's all the Perrserker could really offer to the team. All right, so now we just click Water Spout. And we go for the max Airstream. It doesn't have to be onto Cinderace. I guess onto Giratina would be, you know, more beneficial. Like, there isn't a single instance in this world that I think the Cinderace survives this. I know it's normal type now, but even then, there's just no way it survives. No, like a max health Water Spout. They go for the Sucker. Okay, that is a little bit unfortunate. Into my Ogre. Oh, that is a lot of damage. That's actually bad. Not gonna lie, that's actually bad. Now I'm not too convinced that Ogre can finish off this Cinderace. We'll see. Let's see how much damage we do here. Water Spout. Okay, cool. Cinderace still goes down. Giratina doesn't take too much damage, but I think the Giratina Dynamax should be over this turn, so we get one turn where we can smack the Giratina where they can't smack us back. Unfortunately, we're going to have to take another Wormwind to the face, and Ogre's going to go down. We're now a -2 Kartana into this thing. I don't think we win. I mean, I'm going to try. But do I lose to this Giratina here? Do they have Protect? They haven't used it yet. They have Wormwind, Ground move. Probably Ghost move, right? I don't need to be faster. I think I just need to click Steel Spike and hope it does something. They do have Protect, unfortunately. We got it to the yellow. We are going to take a lot of Life Orb damage too. The issue is I can't even like max Knuckle to get my attack back, you know? Because that's just not the kind of Pokemon Giratina is. Does Smart Strike ignore defenses? No, it just never misses. Sacred Sword is the one that ignores defenses. This one crits a lot. This one never misses as well. Is the crits a lot my best option? Or is the Smart Strike the most consistent option? Because if we do get a crit, then that ignores our stat drops. This is neutral but stab, but only 70 base power. This is 90 resisted, so goes by half. So it's 45, but has a chance to ignore crits, which ignores my stat. I think I go for Leaf Blade and try to get a crit. This is a very awkward situation, but I'm going to try Leaf Blade. Oh my goodness! Okay, we have to live whatever happens. I'm not confident. No! It was so close. It was this close. Well, at least I know Leaf Blade was the better option. The issue is we just didn't have enough. We didn't have enough, and it was a special Giratina. As we were thinking, unfortunately, it looks like we're taking home 2 losses in today's episode, but they were very close losses. Dang. GG's to my opponent. And here you have the rental code for the Perrserker team. I feel like the battles that we had with this team were a little unfortunate, right? I mean, they weren't the best battles in general. When it comes to matchups, we did face a bunch of Pokemon that had a bunch of fire moves, and of course, fire isn't the greatest thing for this team. All in all, the battles were very fun. They were very close. Maybe if I had a little bit more practice with this team, we could have changed some things up. We could have preserved some Pokemon a little better. Maybe if I expected the Sucker Punch on Cinderace, we could have gone for an Origin Pulse instead. Maybe if the Ogre had Ice Beam, I would have been able to knock out or do a little bit more damage to the Giratina before inevitably critting it accidentally with the Leaf Blade. But all in all, very fun battles today. Make sure to grab this team while it's out. Thank you so much, Lewis, for submitting your team to the Renzo Goes channel. I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, that's Perrserker in Series 12. If you guys enjoyed, do hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. I'm Kevin, this Pokésports. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. Peace out. Bye-bye.